Aquarius, everybody with strong Aquarius in the charts, cross watchers, there is a message here for you. You were not brought here by coincidence. Let's see what this message is in this reading that is for Aquarius for 7th or 13 August with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energy, your immediate future. We're going to clarify, and then we're going to end off with a message from the universe. I feel that some of you are doing things a little bit back to front for some reason, Aquarius. Even though you can't see my hands, I'm actually drawing your cards from the bottom of the deck. That's how I'm guided to do it for you. Whereas, you know, for the last, 20 years that I've been doing tarot, I would take it from the top. So it feels like some of you are kind of taking things from like a different direction, like a different angle. Be careful of being, well, I can't say be careful of being smart, because obviously Aquarius, you are smart, you know, but be careful of not getting so into good plans, finding loopholes, ways that you can do things, better ways to do it, improving it. Be careful that you don't get so into that actually leads you into almost like a negative sort of direction, you know. Be careful of that, because I feel that it's somehow, I'm not saying that you obviously shouldn't be confident, but it almost feels like you don't want to get too cocky, because it almost feels like you can easily get a little bit into the ego space here, Aquarius. So just be mindful of that. All right. Let's look at your recent past. No judgment, just mentioning it. In your recent energy, what has brought you towards where you are at the moment? Judgment, the Tower, and the Knight of Pentacles. I get it. All right. So a lot of you in the recent past, you know, there's a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of energies, a lot of connections, a lot of things that you thought would be in your life, or people that you thought would be in your life forever, agreements, understandings. I had to let that go. I had to scrape that plate and say, okay, I thought that this was a forever deal, allegedly not. You know, and, you know, when we work at self-development, call it what you will, psychic development, whatever, you know, on the self, then we get to a point where we realize who and what, you know, from our past is not in congruent flow with what it is that we'd like to have going forward. This is where you're heading, and I mean, that's the wonderful thing about having a goal, having clarity about where you're heading. So when the decisions come up, you understand whether this is in alignment with what you want, or if it's not in alignment with what you want. So a lot of you have done a lot of healing, a lot of clearing, a lot of inner healing, a lot of inner child healing, past healing. You've gone through a lot of challenges. For many of you there with the Tower, you've gone through those challenges alone. The Tower is about your Mars energy, and understanding your Mars energy is probably, I would say, after understanding your Moon energy, which is all about your emotions, understanding your Mars energy is so beneficial. Because your Mars energy is about how you fight, but it's also about how you get yourself into conflicts, out of conflicts, how you sabotage and sometimes stay inside conflicts, which for some of you could be like insisting upon your point, this is how it has to be. But I see a lot of you kind of moved away from that version of yourself that in many ways, I don't want to say was low vibing, it was not the best, most self-supporting sort of version of yourself, of what it could be, and you definitely started to move towards the light. All right, started to move towards your potential, things starting to work out, getting sort of like hitting in a different direction of what you anticipate that your life is going to be, you know, heading in a very different direction. And the one thing that you want to be careful of there, Aquarius, is that it's very easy to go into a space to say, I've done all this work, I've invested so much into myself, you know, time-wise, energy-wise, finance-wise, emotions-wise, that why should I just want to get the right wording right, because I want you to understand exactly what this energy is. It's one of those things where we would say in life, like, you know, I've done so much. I have done so much. I've sacrificed so much. I did so much on my own. I walked the journey on my own. You know, I went through the dark night of the soul. I did my shadow journey. I did my inner healing. I made these challenges on my own. Why should I consider other people, or why should I put myself back in order for someone else? And I fully agree with you. You just want to be mindful that, as my best friend would always remind me, that when you're on your goal and your path, you always just want to be mindful that you don't lose your compassion, all right, for yourself, but also in this case, especially for others, because you can be in a space where you say, is this right for me? Yes, tick, okay, I'm going to do it. Not right for me, tick, no, not going to do it, little cross, which may impact other people quite negatively. And remember that you are always creating karma, okay? So when we do things that hurt other people, we kind of, I'm obviously stereotyping here because I'm not going to go into all the details because this can easily be a 10-hour conversation, but you know, when we hurt others and we're not mindful of that, you know, we're constantly creating karma. That's the thing that you want to remember. Would you like to experience the karmic comeback of what you are doing right now? That sort of vibe, okay? Done lecturing. Okay, so in your current space, you got the Empress, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Wands. And it's amazing because you're at this beautiful space, you know, there's lots and lots of abundance coming about for you, beautiful things happening, beautiful things unfolding. It might be feeling a little bit like it's just taking too long, you know. Be very careful, be very mindful of impatience. I do see some of you slightly warming up to the idea of maybe opening yourself up more to others, to the world. Maybe there's something you've been working on for a while, and now you're ready to take that next step. And it may have been quite challenging, and I feel that you're sort of working at being ready to fully embrace that next step. And if you need some time, give yourself some time, because as the Empress is letting you know over there, some of you are feeling that I have to rush, I have to do this now, I have to challenge myself. The universe is giving you a delay period for a reason. It's all part of divine timing, because some of you need some time to get in alignment. Don't feel that you need to rush anything, all right? You are exactly where you need to be in order for all the goodies to come to you, all right? You are exactly where you need to be to live that higher purpose of life. Energy coming towards you again, it's almost like a repeat of what we had in the recent past. Strength energy, Six of Pentacles, and the Hermit energy, all right? So the reminder for many of you to not get frustrated is that as you go through life, you're always going to learn. There's always going to be something to heal, you know? You do this, you do something new, it's challenging, you deal with some things you didn't think you had to deal with, you eventually work through that, you become confident with that, you go to the next step. Then there's new challenges, you know. And also don't measure yourself by other people. I remember I was asking one of my students, one of my tarot students, who took a course with me probably like a year and a half prior. And I was asking, like, how's it going? And she was saying, oh, I didn't bother with it, I just left it. I thought, okay, I'm not going to say anything, but she said, I've been looking at your YouTube readings and I'm not doing it like you do it. And I'm like, Baba, but the point is that you do it the way that you do it. It's you bringing your beautiful personality to the table, and you will be well advised to remember that, Aquarius. And when you forget it, I feel that it's necessary for you to take little breaks. Is that for some of you up until this period of your life, it may have almost been that you were the one who always had to fix things, who always had to, you know, be the instigator of things, you know, action towards a positive direction, taking care of it, but it almost be like that mama bear and papa bear type of thing. You don't have to do that anymore, all right? You're not that person anymore, okay? And I want you to consider all the time and energy that you gave towards other people. You will say, well, I don't have time to rest, I don't have time to take a break. Remember all the time you spend on other people? You can spend some of the time, a quarter of the time on you, and you still have the whole three-quarter of the other time. You know what I'm saying? So, let's clarify that recent past. Bit of a jumpy reading this. Like we'll We'll see if we can tie it together. I don't know, the message feels a little bit incoherent for me. It's interesting because it feels like I'm, you know, I believe that when you see a reading, you're meant to see it. But it's like I'm speaking to many people at many different points of, you know, it's not like just one unified energy. It's probably where your moon is, because your moon's about your emotions. If you don't know those placements, there's a link down below in the description that says free natal chart. You can get it over there, all right? Clarifies in your recent past, you've got the 5 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. 2 5s over there. 5's the energy of new beginnings. King of Cups, ready for love, and some of you are totally freaked out by it. Basically totally freaked out because you are ready. Very interesting one. Totally freaked out because you are ready. Ready to step away from a lack mentality. Ready to step away where other people's opinions, concerns, and ideas about who you are, who you're not, who you should be, and who you shouldn't be. Ready to step away from all of that shit, you know? Ready to have a peaceful life, ready to live life the way that you would like to live it. And the universe is saying, Baba, I heard you. I got it. No need to keep on praying until your knees feel like they are wobbling. No need to starve yourself through fasting or, you know, all sorts of moon ceremonies or whatever. The universe says, I got you. And you're on your path. You're on your way. All right? What sometimes happens is when, like let's say we speak about affirmations. Affirmations are very powerful things, really, because you affirm what you want. But if you want something and you affirm it and you affirm it and you affirm it and affirm it, and it's easy for it to, even vision board work sometimes and all those type of things. It's very easy to sometimes take you in a negative direction, because now you're like, I don't have what I want and I'm putting in all this work, you know. What will serve you very, very much better, and what some of you might have actually gotten already, is don't get involved in dramas. Don't gossip. Be very mindful of your actions. And a lot of times we use our mind, and thoughts have energy, creative, manifesting energy. You know, you'll be stressing about, oh my goodness, what if things don't go right? But what if they go wrong? What if they do go right? You know, if you're gonna use your mind and wreck your brain, wreck it to your benefit. You know, wreck your brain to your benefit. You know, let's see what we've got here in your current space. Okay, now it's beginning to tie in together. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. There's a breakthrough happening over here. Breakthrough with opportunities, breakthrough with finances, breakthrough with success. I feel that for many of you, it's love. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like you needed permission to really fully love. And you can give that permission to yourself. And once you do, it brings everything else to you as well. You know, it's interesting. Who had that? I think it was Virgo or Cancer, I can't remember, that sort of had this energy of, you know, I think it was Virgo. They had this big thing that, you know, sometimes in life we've got considerably smaller things and considerably bigger things. But it was like it was Scorpio. So you've got those things that you sometimes are willing to step around, and you're willing to sort of like put a plaster on it and, you know, overlook it and that sort of thing. As long as I can oversee it, I've got a level of control with it, almost that type of feel. But I felt that Scorpio got to a point, my beautiful Aquarius, where they had to say no, 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 hell to the no. And by giving that big no, they said no to a lot of other things as well, and that opened the door for a big yes. And for you to give this big yes to yourself. Yes, I'm worthy of it. I may not feel worthy, maybe I'm still working on feeling worthy, but I've got a 10% of worthiness, and I'm going to roll with that 10% of worthiness. Go with what you got, okay? Give yourself permission to breathe, you know, permission to shine, permission to be, even something that was quite a bigger challenge for me, because I always felt that I have to do. And if I wasn't doing something, I would feel like I'm lazy, that I'm slacking off. Really, really hard for me to take a break. And a lot of entrepreneurs have got this challenge that they're dealing with. But I said to myself, you know what? I can be okay with actually having this not okay sort of trippiness going on for me. And you can give yourself permission to say it's okay. It brings in everything for you. It hails in love, beauty, blessings, support. It brings you everything, okay? Including tons and tons of money, tons and tons of opportunities. For those of you doing your own thing, you might need to start getting an assistant, possibly two. Things are picking up for you really fast and really positively, all right? Which means, it's like Spirit is screaming this out to me, Aquarius, which means you do not have to do everything yourself. Get the right people to do it and trust them to do it. You know, in order for people to disappoint you, you need to give them the opportunity to possibly also not disappoint you. Okay? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? Energy going forward. There's a lot on your plate though. Six of Pentacles twice in your energy going forward, so really, really, really pay attention to that mindset. Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Magician. Remember that you are the creator of your own reality. You're really taking it back to basics here. You are the creator of your own reality, and what you focus upon is what you bring into your life. Might sound like the most simple thing to say, but it's one of the most powerful things. Let's see what we've got for you in Oracle energy. It's time to take control of that mind of yours. Don't just let that mind go all over the place. You know, I grew up in the country. I don't know how familiar you might be with ducks. Ducks can be the most loving, kind animals. Very, like you call them, they come beautiful, beautiful. And then you get geese. Oh. You open that gate, they're going to go everywhere, and it's going to be a mission to get them out. Let your mind be like a duck, not a geese. Okay? Let your mind be like a duck, or a lot of ducks and not a lot of geese. Looking to see what we've got for you in Oracle energy, Aquarius. Such a reading. It's got, it even sort of made me tired, but in a good way, like a hyper hype. All right. If that's useful to you, like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all notifications, hit that button so you know when your weekly readings are coming out. Taking risk. It's time to take risk. You are ready to take the risk. Okay? You are ready. You are ready, you are ready, you are ready. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. I hope that it helps. Any of you want to have a deeper exploration into your energy, of your energetic possibilities and life possibilities, book a personal reading. Details down below in the description. Also check out the link for my step-by-step tarot reading course. Check out the link for my free Oracle card reading course. If this was helpful to you, I'd really appreciate a comment. I love comments. I'll see you next time. Bye.